But over the course of the 3 months at the end of 2024, I was feeling awful. Like every day I would come into work, I would feel stomach pain. I'd be burping all day burping. Hello, is anyone at home? Just kidding. I'm the only one at home, and I can't believe you thought I wasn't playing a magic camera trick on you. Yeah. Yeah, let's go somewhere else. I just want to tell you where I've been and how things have been going, because over 2023, I didn't really say a whole lot about myself. Like, I mostly just posted a really long compilation video once a month and then reposted the single recipe videos for people to find them easier. That's about it, because it was a very long year. And I'm not going to just talk about like my personal life. I'm going to mostly talk about like how I've been feeling over the past year. My personal life really played into how I felt emotionally, and it led to a lot of things that are going to change for me, which is okay. I will say that it is the beginning of 2025. It's if you're watching this, it's January 16th of 2025. And I am 16 days into being fully carnivore again after, about a year and a half of not being very carnivore at all. And I've seen a lot of comments talking about how I still haven't lost weight, which is understandable. And I don't like those comments, obviously, because it points out my flaws, but they're correct. They're just correct comments. Some things happened over the past, let's say, 6 to 7 months that have kind of led me to coming back to this way of eating. Starting in July, I was driving, and as I was driving back home, something happened to where I thought I was having a heart attack. I didn't know what was going on. My stomach, I was super nauseous. My stomach was killing me. My nose would not stop running. I did not understand what was happening, so I kind of freaked out because I am a hypochondriac. I deal with these issues trying to figure out what's wrong with me all the time, and everything that is wrong with me is the worst thing possible. But at this point in time, I didn't really think about it being anxiety. I just was like, oh, something's not right. The stomach pain I had just kind of didn't go away. And then maybe 3 months later, I finally decided to go to the doctor when I'm done freaking out about it. Blood tests look great. All my blood work comes back great. I think it could be like a bacterial infection or something. The one test that I did take for it just came back negative. We got an ultrasound to get my gallbladder checked out. It was fine. And then so after that, I was just like, maybe I was just having severe anxiety, just freaking out about nothing. And then I let it go on for months and months to the point where anything anybody said just wouldn't matter. And even the internet, when I try to find out what's going on, if I find any solace in that, it was very short-lived because I just didn't believe anything that anybody said. So I had this ultrasound back in, I believe, September. I had a major life change happen around the beginning of October, and that probably culminated in a lot of different things, causing me to, number one, eat the wrong foods continuously, and without regard to my health at all. Because before, whenever I was eating like the food, that I didn't need to be eating, like at work, for example, I cared. I didn't want to do it. It made me feel awful to be doing that and to be lying to myself and to a full community of people. But once this happened in October, I didn't care anymore. Started drinking again. I didn't care about what I was eating. I didn't care about how I was feeling. All I cared about was, numbing whatever I'm going through. So over the course of the next 3 months, so October to December, I just did that. I didn't care, and it pretty much showed in my health. I haven't really gained weight in the past 2 years, but I also haven't lost any weight in the past 2 years, which is crazy. I've been able to maintain the same level of fat for way too long, and I'm tired of it. But over the course of the 3 months at the end of 2024, I was feeling awful. I would feel stomach pain. I'd be burping all day burping. And then I took a trip down to New Orleans. That was fun, but that was the head of everything. When I got to New Orleans, I was like, I'm not going to drink anything. I'm not going to eat bad food. And I'm just going to see how I feel. Like, I need to take this vacation and feel better. I needed to take it for my mental health just because I was going through a lot, but also just needed to take it easy in general. Like, I'd made the decision on the way down there that I don't need to be eating whatever I want, because I know New Orleans has great food, but I feel awful right now. So I'm going to take this opportunity to see if I can, just eat normally like a normal person would. And I did. For 95% of that trip, I did great. Some fish and some greens, and I felt good. My stomach wasn't hurting the whole time. Didn't feel nauseous. It was just, it was nice. I didn't drink anything. I just had water most of the time, water and electrolytes. And then the reason why we went for a show, and then at the show I had some beer, and I did this just to like you know, I justified it because I was at a concert and I was like, screw it. And I did it. And pretty soon after doing that, I felt awful again. So it kind of made me realize I'm doing things wrong. Something's just not right. I don't feel good and I'm tired of it. So I made the decision to go back full carnivore again. And I did that on the 1st of January. And it was honestly an easy transition back into it after being, you know, so wishy-washy about it for so long. The reason why I got back into it this time is because of my stomach issues. I'm at the point now where I'm kind of scared to eat something else that's outside of this diet. I picked up food in the past couple weeks, looked at it, and been like, I can feel how this is going to make me feel. If I eat this right now, I'm going to regret it. So I just kind of put it back down. If I get hungry, I'll just eat some beef, eat some eggs, eat some chicken, eat whatever I need to eat to not feel like that. And it's worked. You know, I knew the diet worked. I've had experience with this diet. I lost 70 pounds on this diet within like a few months, the very first time I did it in 2020. But, you know, things happen, time happens, you forget things, you need to relearn things, and that's what I did. I relearned how effective this diet is. I'm only 16 days in, and I have lost 10 pounds in 16 days. I went from 347 down to 337 this morning, which is crazy because I've been stuck between 343 and 347 for the past 2 years. And that's because I have just been, like I said, I've just been wishy-washy about the whole thing. Not really knowing my stand on it, trying to find other diets that I could fit with because I need a justification to eat some bullshit. But that's just it. It just works. Most importantly, it's doing what I needed to do by helping my stomach feel better. And I get the secondary benefit of losing some weight. And I know a lot of people that do this diet do it solely to lose weight. That became my focus over the past 2 or 3 years, which is probably the problem with me justifying all this other food. But when you have something else besides like your weight, because in the end, your weight really doesn't matter. I would argue that your body fat matters more than your weight. But now I have a reason to say like, no, I'm not going to eat whatever you're trying to present to me. I will eat the things from this that I can eat, or I'm just going to eat something different completely. I've given up those barriers to other people and to other things. I don't feel nearly as compromised when I go to places at this moment, especially to feel like I need to eat outside of the diet, because in the end, I don't want to feel like a big old piece of garbage again. And not even leaving this on a negative note, I want to feel good. I'm tired of feeling bad. I want to feel good, and this diet has been making me feel good again. So I'm going to continue to stick to it, keep feeling good. And if you're struggling with it, I need you to ask yourself why you're doing it. Why are you doing this diet? If you don't know that answer, you should probably sit down and think about it, write about it, figure it out, because otherwise you're just not going to stick to it. I'm not going to sit here and act like this is the only diet for every single person out there. I'm not going to be a zealot for the way that people eat. You should eat whatever you want to eat, but have a good reason to do so. That's my biggest message. If you've made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you so much for following along. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate a subscription from you. I'm very close to 100,000 subscribers, and I am looking to figure out what to do for that. If you have any ideas, I would love to see them in the comments below. If you have any questions or you need some guidance on who to look for to understand more about this diet, I'd be happy to give that. I am not that person to give you medical advice. I am a chef in real life. All of my knowledge about this is just literally anecdotal from my own experience. And I don't feel comfortable giving you personal health advice whenever I'm not really qualified to give myself personal health advice. But yeah, that's it. Oh, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been ordering seasoning. It has been crazy with the seasoning orders. I feel blessed to be able to serve you this seasoning, and I hope everyone who's gotten it has enjoyed it. And I don't want to like tag every video with them, but I do really enjoy my seasoning. I use it every single day, and it is my company, so I guess I'm going to. If you want to check it out, the link is down below. But that is it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.